Hey, how's it going everyone? Today we are going to be talking about 15 glitches that you can do within Starfield. First and foremost, we need to head over here towards the lodge, and on the right side you're going to be able to find the UC Center. It's right there in the middle, and what we're going to do is talk to the fella on the left side. There's going to be a middle section where there's going to be someone sitting there in the middle, but what we want to do is head towards the left side, talk to this fella, which you're going to see here in just a few seconds. Now, as I just mentioned, there's a person right here. Then on the left side, we need to talk to this dude. Now, all you need to do is just go through the whole entire dialogue until he's able to offer you up that pilot position, and then you're just going to head over towards the elevator and go towards the very top portion here. We're going to go straight forward all the way through. There's going to be multiple things that you're going to be walking through until you are able to reach this room. And then once you're inside here, we're going to go towards this simulator, and then from there, just go in. You're going to see this fella. You do not need to talk to him at all, so just go right on in. And here we go. We're going to just hop into the pilot seat. Now, what we'll be doing here is taking advantage of an exploit, and it's quite easy. We just need to hop into the pilot seat, as I mentioned, and what's going to happen is there's going to be a few ships that are going to pop up in the simulator, and all you're going to do is take out a good portion of them. What's great is you could boost up two different ranks here. You got the engine system, as you can tell on the left side, and then we have the ability to rank up the other one, which is going to be when you take out a ship. Now, I believe that's mainly with the targeting mode, but I believe you can level up different perks within this. So pretty much what you're doing here is just leveling up your perks, then heading outside once you've completed it, and then going back inside the simulator and redoing everything until you're satisfied with all your perks. You can level up multiple things here, but really you're just doing this for the perks that I have right here, which is targeting system and the engines. Again, you can do what you want. So now what we're going to do is exit outside of the elevator, and then we're going to go down below here, and we're going to go towards the middle here. You're going to see the lodge on the right side and this huge tree in the middle. There's going to be a scientist here on the right side. You can see him there. We're going to talk to him. He's going to ask us to recover some biomonitors, and he's also going to ask us to talk to his friend. But in order to do that, you do need to recover the biomonitors, and then you need to just wait it out about 2 times, I believe, because he's, for some reason, just doing some other things, and you have to, wait it out. It's quite annoying, but that's part of the quest. Eventually, you will receive the next portion, which you will then have to talk to his friend, and you're seeing it right here. He's going to be found on the left side here, and then the lodge is more so on the right side, just so I can give you an idea where he can be found. Of course, you have the markers and whatnot, but just talk to him, and when you talk to Emilio, you're going to choose a few options here. I'm going to choose the first one. Let him talk it out. If you like, you can definitely listen to it. I'm going to click it again. Again, just let you, if you want to, you can absolutely listen to it. For video purposes, I'm skipping through a good portion of the dialogue, because I do not want you to wait here forever just to hear this dialogue. So next, you will see the persuade option. We're going to persuade him. If you have a higher persuasion, great, but if not, it's okay. You can see on the left side, we've leveled up 2 out of 5 persuasion. So now if I exit outside the dialogue, talk to him again, and you're going to see right here that he's going to offer up the persuasion once more. You can do this as much as you like, so you can level up your persuasion to the max. And this is another great way to level up your perks right at the start of the game. Definitely a great glitch to try early game, and I highly recommend it. Now, continuing on, we're going to head towards this spot right here, which can be found if you do exit from your ship, which is right there on the right side. You take a left, and then you should see this area right here. So, once you're here, just go towards the left portion, and you should see this elevator, and then you're going to take that all the way down. So, once you've done so, you can then go towards the left side, and we're going to take a right, and then take another left. This way, we're going to head towards a good spot that a lot of people think is quite useless, but it's actually pretty handy, because what you're going to see here is I was able to pick up a legendary pacifier. I'm going to hit this switch, go towards the right side, continuously run, and then until you're pushed through the barrier. Then from here, we're going to use our jetpack so that we can get all the way up towards the top. Go towards the left. you should see an open spot right here. We're going to be able to drop down. What you're going to see right here is going to be an empty spot with some water on the bottom. So we're just going to drop down below and then jump forward so that we can land right here. So now that we're at this spot, we can turn 180 degrees around and then drop right here. This is going to place us back inside the map, and you're going to see that you're behind a locked door that does require a key card. You can see also that there's going to be a legendary pacifier that I just mentioned. This is not going to be here, so it's going to be random every single time. But if you do get lucky, there might be a legendary. We are now going to continue forward here and talk about another cool glitch. Because if you head inside the lodge, you're going to notice that there's a forward path and a right side path. If you've already completed the game, then you already know what's on the right side, so you do need to talk to the fellas in the middle in order to gain access to this spot. Once you've done so, go down below and then take a right and then take another left. You're going to see this case right here. Everybody knows about this glitch, so all you need to do is just look right in between the crack and you should be able to then look inside the mannequin. And you're going to be able to pick up all the clothing, and it's pretty easy. If you're wondering, is this possible with all mannequin cases? It definitely is. We are now going to continue on towards the next location, which is going to be over here towards Neon. Once you've found this spot, it should be located right over here in the volley system, which can be found on the right side, and I believe the soul systems, yep, on the left side. So what we're going to do is just locate Neon, travel here, go forward, take the elevator towards the very top. You're going to see that it's going to pop up a Ryujin quest. Go towards the left side here, locate the terminal, and all you need to do is just spit out a bunch of bullcrap here. It's going to give you the job or the quest regardless. So you really do not need to answer this faithfully. I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't need to, be honest, but who knows? So once you have answered that, you can then take the elevator towards the very top portion, and you're going to then talk to the lady. She's going to ask you to talk to her friends, and then eventually you will see this fella, Camden. Talk to him, and you're going to have a few options here. If you choose the third option and just kind of go through the dialogue, eventually you will come across another option. Click that option, and then from here, you should have the Persuade. When you do see the Persuade, this is going to be an awesome persuasion glitch as well. I think this one's a bit more effective and a bit faster because you can actually stay within the dialogue. The other one, you have to exit outside of it before you can talk to the character again. So here I am, just going through the dialogue once more, clicking the Persuade option. I'm going to persuade him, and I can do this as much as I like. And just to make sure that you understand this completely, you're going to go up towards Ryujin, talk to the lady. She's going to ask you to go get some coffee. Then from there, when you come back, she's going to have you talk to her friends, and that's when you can do the persuasion. Next, all we need to do is then continue the quest. Eventually, she's going to have us meet up with someone named Simon that can be found over there towards Mars. He's going to have a few options here. We're going to click the first one. Then in the middle, there should be a second one about a quest, a side quest. We're going to click on that. He's going to ask us to go and find this lady that's roaming out there in the soul system, and basically he wants you to take her out, including her ship. But if we bring back the gun, that's great. So what we're going to do is avoid all of this and actually steal the NPC and her ship. This means the NPC is going to remain within your ship as long as you do not remove the ship or change different ships. So what you can see right here is I'm going through the dialogue. I want to choose the top portion here and then go towards the second option like you just saw. Then from here we're going to persuade her so that we can go inside the ship. Once you're inside, you have to persuade her some more, and she's not going to give you the gun that easily. You do need to talk to her, you need to persuade her in order to have her give you the gun, and then once you have done that, you can actually enter in the pilot seat. What's weird is it actually gives you this weird glitchy like option to dock and undock and whatnot, but you're not going to be able to do it because for some reason there's no ship connected to this anymore. So if you have the Frontier, for example, and it's connected to this ship, it's not going to be connected anymore. So that's not a huge issue. It's not going to erase your ship, or it's not going to do anything wonky like that. All this is going to do is give you this ship for free, and you're able to pretty much remain neutral throughout the whole entire quest without causing some sort of problem. And once you do have the ship, you can then travel back towards Jemison and register it. Or you can open up the menu and register it there too. I believe you can do it both ways. It honestly does not matter which way you do it. And there you go. A pretty easy way to steal a ship and also acquire the gun. Now what we're going to talk about next is a great way to craft advanced ship parts without the Starship Design perk. We then need to arrive at Jimison or really any ship vendor. Go through his selection there and choose the option that I would like to view my ships. On the right side, we're going to choose Add. So this way we can add pretty much any weapon that we want. But while I'm here, I do want to show you something interesting. On the right side, if you do not have that Starship Design perk, you're not going to be able to use or craft any of these pieces. What you can do is you can actually use something like a structure like Deimos Spine B. Place this down, then place a weapon that would typically be on that list, and you can actually duplicate it. This means you can duplicate advanced ship parts and add it on top of your ship without the need to acquire the Starship Design perk. This is a great way to truly give your ship an OP build. I mean, it's pretty OP early if you're able to acquire a ship that has one of those advanced parts, and you can then duplicate it without that Starship Design perk. I know that I've said that multiple times, but I just want you guys to understand this is the reason why we're doing it, because we do not have that perk available. So with that to the side, we're going to talk about something that I know, again, a good portion of you already know about, and it's a pretty infamous glitch. We're going to talk about the Infinite Weapon Glitch. This is possible only if you have the material to craft down a case. If you do not have the material, you're not going to be able to do this, obviously. So make sure that you do have the material, then create an outpost like so. Go towards the right option until you're able to reach this tab, which is going to be displays. And right here, you can tell that I do not have the material. This does not work with weapon racks or any of the racks or whatever, even display helmets, that does not work either. This only works with weapon cases. You just want to spam it down like so, and then make a quick save and pop that sucker back up. What you'll see is that the items are going to be in the cases, and if you want, you can actually change the difficulty to very hard. So this way you do increase your chances of picking up a pretty solid item. Now let's say that you made a quick save and you're loading the save back up. What you're going to see again is that the items are going to be within the chest. If you want, you can actually go towards the outpost, delete everything by holding down R. This is going to delete the outpost and also send all of the items inside your inventory. Moving forward, we're going to talk about another ship duplication glitch, as well as an invisible ship. What you need to do is duplicate your ship by tapping RB and X. This is going to replace the ship towards the right or the left, depending on which bumper you hit. This will then allow you to make your ship invisible if you do swap back and forth by making one your home ship, then going back towards the OG, and then making that your home ship. This will then make it invisible, but also you will have a duplicated ship. The only way to make it invisible is if you quickly go back and forth between making them your home ship. As long as you avoid that, you will not have an invisible ship. We are now going to continue on and talk about another awesome method to level up. Actually, two awesome ways to level up. If you head over towards this exact system, or if you go towards really any system that has level 70 enemies, you can actually place down this right here, which is an animal husbandry. Once you have that down, you can then go towards the right side here, and we're going to then take out all of the creatures. Once all of them are dead, you can then hit the right side box, this yellow box here, and this is going to completely destroy the whole entire thing. You can then repair it, and this is going to pop the enemies or the creatures back up, and you can rinse and repeat this as much as you like. This means you can reach level 50 fairly easy if you can travel all the way over here, and of course if you do have a gun that's powerful enough to take them out. As long as you're on easy, it should be fairly easy, even if it's a level 70 enemy. So just give it a shot and let me know what you think. But let's say that this does not satisfy you because you do not have the animal husbandry, which can be only found if you research it. So yeah, you do not have it. Let's say that's the case. What you can do is place down a bed, then use parallel self to spawn another you. You are going to shoot the parallel self, then rest, and this is going to give you 50 XP. You do not need to take out the parallel self, you just need to shoot it once in the leg, then go down towards the bed and rest. You're going to see 50 XP pops up, and you can rinse and repeat this as much as you like. Is it as effective as the previous method? No, definitely not, but it is definitely useful if you do not have animal husbandry. So with that being said, we're going to then continue on and talk about another great glitch that involves avoiding contraband. If you place any of your contraband within the captain's locker, then travel towards the planet of your location, and let's say they're scanning you, they're going to say that they have found something, but what's interesting enough is that they have not, because obviously the game's detecting the contraband, but for some reason when it's in the locker, or specifically the captain's locker, this is going to avoid being taken out. This means you can grab all of your items over again and sell them to the trader. It's pretty easy. But yeah, it's a pretty solid glitch, and I think you guys are going to enjoy that. First, you have the key. You have all sorts of ways of selling your contraband, like the den is another great example. This is just if you need a way to go towards a planet and you do not want to travel towards the den or the key or anything like that. This is just going to give you a great way to land at the spot without any trouble. Another great way to avoid being scanned is if you do travel towards a planet that is going to scan you, of course, and land on the planet. Not the point of interest. You do not want that. You want to land somewhere on the planet, drop all of your items. For example, I have some Aurora here, and I'm going to drop that on the ground, and I can leave, go towards the planet, let them scan me at Jemison, go back towards the place that I just landed, pick the items back up, and travel towards Jemison, and you should see that they're not going to scan you again. A great way to smuggle some of that contraband in. And last but not least, we're going to talk about this method that I have shown in the past. What's great is a lot of you out here thought that this was only for fiber because that's all I was able to show. But you can actually craft an infinite amount of solvent, so it's pretty easy. You want a fiber root, you want some water, and you want all this stuff connected to your animal husbandry. For some reason, the root is completely bugged out, so if you do have a fiber root, you can actually send that into your solid storage bin, and it's not going to be used up. You can do this as much as you like and craft, or more so, have the animal husbandry crafted for you, right? Because it's generating that stuff out of the fiber and water, and you're able to then acquire some really cool stuff like the solvent, or if you want, you can actually acquire different materials like fiber or nutrients. It's a various things that you can actually mess with, and it's just awesome, guys. I know I'm like stumbling over my words there, but really it's just a really cool glitch. I love glitching. It's just amazing, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I will be answering the questions within the first hour or two. And other than that, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate everything. It's so repetitive that I say this every time, I know. But I just, again, would not be here without you guys. So thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next one.